I would allow Barbara come up now to tell us more about herself, and we get the session started. Hi, Barbara. How you doing?
Hi, Mary Blessing. Good evening, everyone. Thank you to She Code Africa for having me this evening. It's really good to see you all. Thank you all for joining in, especially those that joined in very early. We appreciate it. So we know we know that it's a work day, it's a business day. We've all been working, we're all tired, but we're able to just join in. And I'm really excited to see you all. So I'm just going to share my screen now. As Mary Blessing said, we're going to be talking about beyond funding, the vast opportunities available for African women entrepreneurs. And this is a brief synopsis about myself. I'll just leave it there for a bit so we can read it. But basically, I've been working in the African entrepreneurial ecosystem since 2016, and I've had the privilege of working with various organizations that are dedicated to supporting entrepreneurs and dedicated to supporting organizations like She Code Africa that support entrepreneurs. So it's been very, very fulfilling work to help founders get access to learning, to networks, to resources, and to people that can support them as they grow their businesses. The SMEs and startups are at the very heart of our economies across Africa. They are the ones that are creating the jobs. They are the ones that are, making this impact and growing the economy. It's really not the government jobs. It's the private sector driving economy. So we really, really need to support entrepreneurs and, small business owners like yourself with all the support that you need, apart from, what the government can do, which is to create enabling policies, but also organizations like She Code Africa to create an environment for you to, meet like-minded people so that you can network and be, is it just me? But I think, I don't know if my network is bad. I don't know if you can still hear me.
Can hear you.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Yeah, so I was just saying that it's very important that, entrepreneurs are supported and are given all the resources and opportunities that they need to grow their businesses so that they can create more jobs, they can, build wealth, and we can actually grow the economy across the different countries in Africa. And so we're going to do a little bit of a pulse check. I see that Mary Blessing has dropped off. Her network is probably a bit shaky because of the weather, but she was supposed to help me share a link in the chat box, so I'm just going to quickly do that. So you're going to use this link in the chat box to share with us how you are feeling, right? So we're just going to do a quick pulse check before we go on with the session today. I really want to know how you are feeling, and I want you to just share in just a few words. You can use one word, you can use 2 words, but I'd like to know how you're feeling today. Can you see, are you able to access the link, first of all? I shared the link in the chat box.
Yeah, I am able to.
Okay, so please share with us how you're feeling today.
So if you're just joining, this is the link. Please let us know how you're feeling today.
Oh, gosh. My sister with the period counts, I feel you, my sister. I feel you. You are a saint for being on this call today. You are the real MVP.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, frustrated, discouraged. Whew, that's heavy. tired, right there with you, my sister. My back aches. Blessed, calm, stressed. That's just adulting. I love the laughing emoji. It means that you're in a good mood, so that's good. So yeah, thank you so much for the responses that you've given. Wow. So the bold words are the words that more people are, typing in. So tired, calm, stressed. Those are the top three. Those are the top three responses. Calmer, just there. Great. This is a mix of emotions, but that's just life. But I'm hoping that by the end of today's session, that you will not, like for someone that's feeling discouraged, that you will feel encouraged, that you feel hopeful, that you feel more optimistic, that your confusion will turn around and that you get a boost from our conversation today. So I'd like to encourage you to take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. You don't know. I know that it can seem cliche when they say you should take a deep breath, but you never know how much tension you can let go of in your chest and your mind when you just inhale and exhale. Sometimes I realize that when I'm tense, I unknowingly, unconsciously hold my breath. And sometimes I literally have to, and I feel better. My problems don't go away, but my chest feels less heavy. So if you can, where you are, just take a deep breath and breathe out and just relax. Your problems will not go away, but at least that heaviness in your chest will be lifted. So I hope that by the end of our conversation today, that your feelings will shift, the negative ones. But for those that are excited and calm and great and happy and feeling good and energetic and blessed, I'm very happy and I pray for more of that for you. And that you will be able to also spread that joy and that energy with people around you. So I'm happy that you feel that way. So there's another question, but please don't answer it yet. So the next question. Ooh, okay. People have already answered. Fantastic. I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad about that. All right. So, um, okay. So we asked the question, tell us two most important things you need for your business right now. So people say, so the most popular response is actually partnership, which is interesting. Valuable partnership, funding and community, access to talents, a laptop and funds, marketing resources, partnership funding. Okay, partnership is actually the most popular. So that's pretty interesting. All right, thank you so much for your responses, for everyone that has responded. And so can we just, with a show of hands, how many of us are currently on this call right now, are currently running a business? Let's use the emojis, the hand up emoji. To just, I'd like to, know how many people on the call right now are actually building their businesses. I don't want to assume every single person on the call is, or would I be right to assume, Mary Blessing, that everyone on this call is actually building a business?
I mean, it's good we're taking the poll. Let's go, ladies.
Okay,
Okay, I'm seeing a reaction.
okay. So is that one person so far? Okay, two. I just want to get a sense because I know that there's about 18 of us on the call. So, well, 16 minus Mary Blessing and I. So out of 16 people, I would really, really like to know how many people are actually building their businesses. So that's three people now. So you can also just use the emoji that pops up on your screen. You don't have to type in the chat box if that's easier. But it'd be really good to, exactly like that, Kate. Anthony, thank you so much. So that's 5 people. Okay, that's 5 people so far. Are there more? Okay, there's more. So that's 6 people. Okay, okay. It would be great, really great to know if maybe about 50% of the ladies on this call are actually, building their own businesses, just to get a sense. So right now we have 40%. Okay, well, I think we're coming up to 50%. Okay, so I would just assume that 40% of the ladies on this call are actually building their businesses. And so these are the important things that are important to you. Marketing resources, partnerships, funding and community mentorship, and cloud subscription, partnership funding. So thank you all so much for your responses. And I'll now go back to my presentation. I made a couple of assumptions, right, about, well, not, I won't say too many assumptions. I believe that they hold quite true. And when I share my screen now, you'll see that they're kind of in line with what you shared about what you need for your business right now. And so these are the needs of entrepreneurs, right? So high quality mentors, funding, perks and discounted services. Like the lady that said she needs cloud services, business partners, so partnership, right? Market entry, product validation, a community, right? High quality mentors, brand awareness. Somebody talked about, marketing resources and, high quality learning resources. So these are at the core of the needs of a founder and someone that is building a business, right? And so these things are, it might seem like, oh, there's so much going on, you need all these many things, and how do you even begin to access them, right? And thinking about these things, right? You are thinking about, okay, how do I access these resources? How do I get access? And so that's where the community comes in. That's where it's very important to be part of a community. For example, a community like She Code Africa, right? But you can also be part of various communities, right? Because everyone has something that they can contribute to you as an entrepreneur to help you grow. And that is one of the reasons why I joined VC4A, because I've always aligned myself with organizations that provide support with for entrepreneurs. So I guess one thing that I missed out in my introduction of myself was actually my role at VC4A. I mean, I didn't talk about it, but it was there on the screen. I am currently the mentorship and academy lead at VC4A. If you have any idea of what VC4A or the VC4A platform is, it's an online platform that pretty much has different aspects, right? And it's all tailored to support entrepreneurs. Like our motto or our goal is to unlock the next big opportunity for entrepreneurs in Africa, right? Across Africa. So no matter where you are in Africa, you can access the VC4A platform and you can find something that will be of value to you. And so just a little brief and overview of VC4A. VC4A has been in existence or has been, operating since 2007. And we pretty much started out just working with entrepreneurs across Africa. And now we've been able to move to Latin America. But VC4A's goal is to primarily support entrepreneurs, create opportunities for mentors to, find founders to work with, create opportunities for investors to invest, and just bringing the whole ecosystem of entrepreneurship together. And we've been doing that since 2007. And we've done that in many ways, right? Over the years, we've been able to get a community of over 260 members, 260,000 members. We have partnered with 3,000 organizations so far. We've had 29,000 companies registered on the platform. So that's what we call venture profiles. So 29,000 companies have profiles on our platform. Through our Startup Academy, over 40,000, people have, gained, knowledge. We have a network of over 1,200 investors. We have over 500 mentors listed in our platform. And through our investor readiness program, companies have been able to raise over $800 million in funding. And so VC4A pretty much exists to support entrepreneurs in different ways, and not just funding. Yes, we do have a network of investors, and we do have ways that entrepreneurs can plug in to get visibility with our investors, but we do a host of many other things. And so how do we support entrepreneurs? We support them through startup programs and events. So we do have a directory on the platform where we list startup programs, startup events that are happening across Africa that entrepreneurs can plug into, can apply for, can attend, to, gain knowledge, expand their network, and, network with the right people. We also share news and resources through our weekly newsletters. We have an investor network, we have the mentorship marketplace, and we have the VC4A Startup Academy, where we have free resources, free courses that you can take with regard to different aspects of entrepreneurship, right? And so what are the ways that, entrepreneurs these days can put themselves out there to be able to get access to not just funding, but other important skills, even to build capacity, right? Because if you get funding, but you don't have the right knowledge, you don't have the right skills, you don't have the right, training about how to deploy these funds in your business, you will misuse that money, right? So it's, apart from money, putting money aside, taking advantage of, programs like accelerator programs, right? So we have some programs across Africa like MEST. MEST is a very popular one. And it's a 1-year program that, you go with a co-founder, or you can go by yourself, and they will train you on different aspects of business. You'll be able to build your business in real time while they are teaching you and while they are training you. It's an incubation program. And there's also Founders Factory Africa. And Founders Factory Africa, actually, their accelerator program is positioned for SMEs. So it don't even need to be a tech driven company. Like, we don't need to have this big tech platform. It's for small and medium enterprises. So you can plug in. They are focused on South Africa, Kenya, and Nigeria. So that's another accelerator program that, can benefit an up-and-coming entrepreneur. Then there's the ARM Labs Lagos Techstars Accelerator. There are also startup competitions, right? MEST Africa does one. There's Africa's Business Heroes. Then there are hackathons. Some of you here that are, building tech-driven products, you can plug into hackathons. They're a great way to meet people, a great way to even find team members that you didn't even know you would need. You can even find a co-founder there, right? So just putting yourself out there, especially for those of you that are, building tech-driven businesses, joining a hackathon. There are a couple of them that are women-focused, and some of them are, just general hackathons, but these are also great opportunities to meet people, to get some funding. I mean, if you happen to win, there's always like some small prize, but beyond the prize, it gives you an opportunity to really, really learn more about yourself as an entrepreneur and as someone that is building a business in a high pressure environment with a very short timeline to do a lot of things. So you build capacity there, you network, you meet people, you learn more about opportunities, you can meet someone that might connect you to the next partner that you need to scale your business. So beyond just finding money or getting money, building your capacity through accelerator programs, hackathons, even startup events, right? I know that for those of us based in Lagos, there's the No Code Tech Summit that happens. I think they've had 2 now. And then there's also the Moonshot Conference for Entrepreneurs by Tech Cabal. There's GI Tech Africa. And so these are several opportunities that you can take advantage of as a founder, as an entrepreneur, that is beyond money, right? That you can be a part of. Some of them are virtual, some of them are physical. So these opportunities are available. And one of the great things is that at VC4A, we have a part of our website that is dedicated to listing different kinds of programs that you can plug into. I remember that one of my colleagues was in Kenya for an event, and a lady came up to him and she said, oh, I see you're from VT4A, because I think he had a name tag. And she said, oh, thank you so much for, I found this GIZ size. It was an agribusiness program, right? And she applied from the VT4A website and she got into the program and they flew her to Kenya. That was her first time even, traveling out of her country. But because she applied for that program and, she got accepted into that program, one of the perks of that program was that she was being flown out to attend that event in Kenya. And my colleague said that he felt so happy. He was like, we're not just listing programs, right? We're actually impacting lives. If someone happens to see a program on our website and they apply and they actually get in, that is impact, right? So take advantage of this. These are free resources. You don't have to pay for anything. All you have to do is create an account and go to the different, sections for programs, for events. And so this is what the events part looks like. So here we have an event that's coming up. Some of them are virtual, some are physical, but you'll be able to see all of these events. And if they pertain to you and the sector that you are operating in, if it's finance, if it's agribusiness, if it's clean energy, if it's healthcare, if it's fashion, whatever it is that your interests are, you will definitely find a program or an event that you can plug into on the platform. And this is another aspect of the platform that we are very proud of. So we call our companies that sign up on our website ventures. So we always highlight the trending ventures on the platform, right? So we showcase their business profiles, and this is something that investors in our community also have access to, right? So when we highlight ventures, investors can take interest and start conversations from there. And so you get that opportunity to be featured on the platform and through our newsletters. So you can see that these ventures here, they are in fundraising mode on the platform. So that's another feature of the VC4A platform, is that when you have filled out your venture profile very well, given all the information that is required, you can go into fundraising mode, right? And when you go into fundraising mode, and your profile is very good and you've given all the information that is required, your profile will be further, taken to the investors themselves in a more exclusive way to present to them to review, right, for investment. So these are the kind of opportunities that are available on the VC4A platform. And then, of course, my favorite part is the one that I'm in charge of, which is the mentorship marketplace. And here you see a screenshot from the platform, and all you can see here are just profiles. These people are experienced professionals from across Africa, across different disciplines. They are experienced, they have expertise in their different fields, and they have taken time to decide that they are going to share their experience, their expertise for free. And all you have to do is, once you've created your profile for your business, you can come to the mentorship marketplace and search using the filters based on what your interests are. If it's, if you're having issues with your business model, if you're not sure how to go about hiring the right talent, just different, aspects of your business, you can find someone that is an expert in that area, and they will connect with you. Now, there's no guarantee that they will want to connect with you because they are doing it for free, but some of them, it might not be a good time for them. So, some of them might decline, but that's okay. That's why we have over 500 mentors listed. So if you send to one person, they are not available to connect, you can always connect with someone else. And this is also a free resource. Some mentors do put a fee to their time, but the majority of the mentors on our platform are actually offering their services for free. And so we also have the VC4A Startup Academy. These are all free courses that are available for you to take. And they cut across different aspects of business. For those that are still, they just have a business idea, they can take the Start Your Business course. For those that are already building, they can take the Grow Your Business course. You can take the Finance Your Business course. You can, learn more about community building, just different aspects of entrepreneurship. And these courses are 100% free to take on the VC4A platform. And so all of these have been curated specially to help the entrepreneur succeed, right? Being able to have the right knowledge, have the right community, and have the right support is very, very important. We know that it's very, very, critical to your success. And that is why we have, created all of these opportunities for you to plug into. And so I'm just going to share, one or two success stories from the mentorship marketplace. Here we have an entrepreneur. She actually posted this on LinkedIn about her experience with her mentor. And it was really, really, touching for us because she felt seen, she felt supported by her mentor. Um, she felt inspired by her mentor, right? So these are the kind of, her mentor didn't give her money, but sometimes just having someone that can validate some of the things that you're thinking, someone that can challenge even the way you're thinking. Maybe you're not thinking about, a strategy or something in the right way, but you need someone that is more experienced that can challenge your thought process and help you think better, help you make better decisions regarding your business. Is everything that you need, can give you the right, encouragement and motivation to continue building your business. So this was her feedback, that, the mentor believed in her and pushed her to her full potential. So these are the things that really keep us going by, creating all these connections. And the interesting part is that as much as the mentors are providing, giving their self, giving their knowledge, giving their expertise and their time, they are also getting, you know, value from the process as well. The mentees are also impacting the mentors. And so I decided to add a review, a feedback that we got from one of the mentors. And she talked about how her mentee, the entrepreneur, inspired her, right? That, she was so proactive, she was responsive, she was an active participant in the mentorship relationship, and that she was inspired by her. So don't think that, oh, this person is so big, the person also has a lot that they can learn from you, that they can learn about themselves, right? Because as they are teaching you, they are also learning. So it's a two-way process. You're not a burden on them. You are also providing an opportunity for them to also grow, right? So that's one of the great values of mentorship, the two-way relationship. And so um, I've come to the end of my rambling. I hope that this has sparked one or two questions, and I'm happy to take any questions at this time.
Wow, thank you so much, Barbara. This was pretty short and very very insightful as well. I didn't know VC for here like had all of these things in one spot. That's really really nice. And yeah, thank you so much once again. Ladies, I wonder if any of us have questions for Barbara. Any comments? You know, um, on how to maybe get started or anything at all you would like to share. I think it's the right time for that. Oh, okay. Um, I do not think there's any questions, Barbara.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay. Well, I will make sure
Oh, yeah.
to
I see
share.
your hand raised.
Okay.
Joyce has something. Yeah. Hi, Joyce. Please go on. Yeah, 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 sure. Sure, you can. I'll just read it out. Yes. And I think for everyone else that probably are not able to speak, they can also type their questions in the chat.
Okay.
Okay. So while we wait for Joyce to share her question, I don't know, Baba, do you have anything else you would like to let us know? Any final words? Um, yeah.
As final words, I would just like to say that building a business is hard. Building a business in Africa is hard. building a business in Nigeria is hard. A lot of things um, that can, be set up against you or can work against you. And so you cannot build in isolation. Being a part of, a community is very important, whether physically or virtually. Being a part of
mm,
community like She Code Africa, a virtual
mm,
community like VC4A, where you can get access to mentors, you can get access to resources, you can get access to events and different opportunities that can help you, you know, build your business, build you as an individual is very important. And when you are part of a community, um, also seek to make an impact in the community you're in, right? If your community reaches out to you to do something, say yes. Say yes
mm,
to opportunities that come your way. Don't be afraid. Just do it
mm,
afraid. I know the do it afraid is cliche, but just do it afraid. So say yes more to opportunities, to help someone, to be a part of an event, to volunteer. These
mm,
things add up somehow, and they help you to build capacity. And you just never know how it shows up, even while you're building your business. So while you're part of the community, be, present. I know that might be a bit hard because you're also building a business and that requires a lot of time and effort, but there's a lot that you can benefit from being a part of communities, right? Communities are very important because
mm,
you, um, yeah, there's just a lot that you can gain from people and they can gain from you.
mm, mm. Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you for pointing that out. So I would read out Joyce's question. Then, yeah, I think I have a few questions for you as well. Uh, Sorry, I'm struggling. Don't even know why. So, okay, so Joyce is saying, I understand your platform is for used on entrepreneurs and most of the resource would point towards funding. Does this funding also include grants for, say, social enterprises? Or other opportunities social enterprises can explore? Or would that be like NGOs? I guess so.
Yeah, I think that's what she means. So our investor community is made up of angels and venture capitalists. So these are people that would, want to take a stake in your business, so some equity. But in the programs aspect of the platform, we do list out opportunities that, could include some kind of grant funding. So it's really just to be on the lookout on the platform or through our newsletters for these opportunities as they come.
Hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Thank you, Joyce. I hope that answered your question. Otherwise, you can maybe explain further. Okay. Oh, all right. Awesome. Thank you for asking as well. Okay, someone is asking how they could access the opportunity. I think they should have to go to the website, right, Barbara? I
Yes.
just shared it. Oh yeah, awesome, awesome.
To the
So
website, just explore the different
yeah,
pages. Yeah. Let's see. And also
algorithm.
create
Okay,
a venture
yeah,
profile. If you have a business, create a venture profile. That will also help you to access, the mentorship marketplace, the startup
mm,
academy, and
mm,
other opportunities. Yeah.
yeah, awesome, awesome. Okay, so since we don't have any other question from the ladies, so my question is pretty much around so and like you've been sharing here, building a startup in Africa is very, very. There's just a lot of. It's very tough. Yeah, and I wanted to ask, do you have thoughts around how you can foster a more inclusive space for startup? Especially for female, right? Trying to build stuff within the ecosystem. Is there a way to make these processes more seamless, right, across all stages?
Okay. So that is the that is quite the that's quite the task because as we all know, like the startup space is male dominated.
mm,
Even though I would say that, we have more women-owned, SMEs. I would say that SMEs is female dominated, but it's the tech-driven businesses that attract the angel investors and the venture capitalists and all.
mm,
So ones in the spotlight. But the small and medium scale enterprises are the ones, with the corner shops, the woman that is selling something. Those are SMEs, right? So I would say
mm,
that in that regard, they're actually um, the SME space is dominated by women. I don't have the stats, of course, but
mm,
I believe that it's dominated by women. But for women that are trying to build, tech-driven businesses are more scalable businesses. Um, I would say that community is very important. I keep coming back to community, but
mm,
plugging into different communities, right, that support women businesses is very, very important. That is the way we can only you can't bridge that divide of equality in the space on your own. You have to do
mm,
it together as a community. So um there are a lot of women-led angel networks and investor funds even coming up in Nigeria. There's Rising Tide Africa. There are a couple of them that
mm,
are coming up, and I think there's also one that by the COO of Piggy Vest. I
mm,
can't remember the name, but it's also a women-focused fund. There are a couple of women-focused, funds that are coming up, and there are, women-focused organizations like, like yourself, like She Leads Africa, that are focused on building capacity of women. So
mm,
plugging into communities like this to get
mm,
the capacity, because it's all about building capacity, right? You can't do things, we can't do things, business as usual, right? There has to be more. Women have to take their businesses more seriously. The accounting aspects, putting structure to businesses, to be able to compete at that level. So building your capacity is so important as a female founder, right?
mm,
And also leveraging the opportunities that are there. There may not be a lot, but there are female-focused organizations that are doing amazing, right, in Nigeria that you
mm,
can plug into. And I don't think you have to be part of just one network. You can plug into as many networks as possible because you have a personal goal, right, for your business. You have um,
mm,
what you're trying to achieve. So plugging into all these opportunities and being a part of that collective so that, you know, the our voices can be louder, right, as a
mm,
group. And so this is not something that we can do in isolation. We have to come together to be able to make this change that we want to see.
mm, mm. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I feel like the reach for a platform as well really goes a long way in helping female founders build this capacity you've talked about today. Um, yeah. So maybe we could also in your slide maybe add some resource, specific to or will be helpful to female founders, especially across Africa, and not just Nigeria, right? Because we have quite a diverse audience, even on this call and in the community as well. My last question for you would be, this is just very general. I wanted to just know, like, where do you envision the um, female funders evolving in the next, like, how do you envision them evolving in the next, say, 3 to 5 years, right, from now?
Um, Female founders in Africa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. I definitely see there will definitely be growth. I mean, there's been year on year, there's been, a growth trajectory of
Mm-hmm.
more women getting funding, more women-led businesses getting funding and, expanding and just doing great things. So I think that it's going to keep, that number or that, divide is going to keep reducing as the years go along. Because there's a lot of awareness. There are a lot of women that are, well placed and are looking to give back to um, to ensure that the next generation of entrepreneurs, female entrepreneurs, are succeeding. There are going to be more initiatives. There are a lot more, women-focused programs, right? Empowerment programs. Even like I think it was Joyce that mentioned something about grants. There are a lot of, if you check online, for female-focused grant programs, you will see them, right? There's a lot of awareness about that funding gap between women-owned business and male-owned businesses. So as the awareness is growing, there are more opportunities that are coming up. So I think that the people that are really going to, benefit are the people that plug into this program. So it's good to be aware. It's good to, be in the know. Subscribe to newsletters about, the ecosystem. There's Tech About, there's Tech Points. There are a lot of them that have newsletters that come out every day. It's the people that know about these things that are able to plug in. So you need to educate yourself. You need to be out there. You need to go to events. There's this, I remember in 2017, I was part of the EcoBank FinTech Challenge, right? And it took place in Togo. And I know a couple of businesses that came there. Well, Piggy Vests, they were there, then they were Piggy Bank, Carbon was Pay Later. And at that time, people used to, make fun of them that they would go to every single startup event or startup competition. They'll go to this competition, they'll win $5,000. They'll go to this competition, they'll win $2,000. But guess what? That exposure, going to all those events and putting themselves out there, and that's one thing that I would say men do better than women. We can be too timid and too shy and too, we think, oh, this thing has to be perfect before I put it out there. It doesn't. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to put yourself out there. You will learn and you will improve as you go along. That's one thing that men do better than us. They will carry something that is very, very mid, and they will take it out there. They will, but they will, they won't behave as if the thing is made. They'll be like, this is the best thing since sliced bread. And they will take it out there. And that boldness, people just want to know that you have the audacity. So we need more audacity as women. We need to be more audacious. Take your thing.
Yeah.
It will never be perfect. You will continue to improve and improve and improve. But if you take it out there, you can even get feedback quicker to make those improvements and those changes. So put your thing
Absolutely.
out there. You can never
Mm,
wait for it to be so perfect and to address all your customers' needs. Let your customers give you the feedback about what they need. Improve it, take it back to them. Continue
mm,
to until it becomes that, even though there's no perfect product, but at least you will get that feedback early enough so you can make the changes and improvements early enough, and you can get people to use your product and get people to know you. So I think just be more audacious. We need to be more audacious, and it's the audacious women that will actually be able to plug into these opportunities when they come, because the funding will continue to increase, maybe not as fast as we want it, but the opportunities will always come. They will keep coming.
mm,
But if you're not bold enough to take it, if you are too, if you can't, if you are too afraid to put yourself out there, then you will
mm,
struggle. You continue to struggle, and you'll be wondering, oh, why is everyone moving forward? Those people are not different from you.
right.
They're just more audacity. So please be more
Yeah.
audacious. Be more
Yeah.
audacious.
All right, awesome. So, thank you so much, Barbara. Just a way to wrap up. I hear you say community, plug into communities. I hear you talk about competition. That would also give you room to improve the product even faster and quicker. And I hear you say audacity, be more audacious. That's really really good. So, ladies, you've heard it from Barbara.